Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 6 of Mad Dialogue with me, Michelle.
And me, Skylar.
How are you, Skylar?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, actually. I'm not even going to joke about it.
Real.
I'm tired. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm just really tired lately. But nevertheless, we're here. So let's do this. I wanted to talk to you about something. Lately, I've been seeing on social media that these so-called, they've been labeled trad wives, have been getting a lot of stick, basically. I reckon mostly from women, because I don't think any men would have a problem with a traditional wife. But what's your views on trad wife?
As in, like, stay at home.
Yeah.
I mean, cooks, cleans,
yeah.
does all of that. My opinion is always just do like what you want. Like me, I'm not being funny. When everyone's like, oh, what's your dream job? What do you want to do? Like, obviously I have like stuff I like doing. Like I have hobbies and I have aspirations. But one of my main things is literally like, I just want to be a stay-at-home mum and like have kids and just stay at home and look after them. Like I don't mind cooking and cleaning, even though I don't like it. But like, I don't mind like living that life.
Interesting that you want to live that life.
Yeah, because it's just, I just would prefer to do that more than anything else in the world. So it's like when I see women getting shit for enjoying that, it's like, no, but this is the same thing where it's like women got shit for wanting to get an education, for wanting to work and stuff like that. And they had to fight for all these rights so we could do these things as women. So it's freedom of choice, you know, it's so women can live how they want to live. So why, after fighting for all of these rights, is it women are being hated on for saying, well, you know what, I want to do this? Like, it doesn't affect anyone else's life. And people are like, oh, well, you know, they're conforming and, you know, you're doing like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but they're trying to say,
no, I hear what you're saying. I'm not frowning at what you're saying. Basically, the point I'm making is this. When people have an opinion on something, fair enough, it's your opinion, you're entitled to your opinion. But why does it bother people so much how another person chooses to live their life? Like you said, from it doesn't affect them. Because here's the reality of it. In the 1950s, that was pretty much the thing. The woman stayed at home and the husband went out to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, times changed, especially when divorce became more of a thing. And so therefore women did become the breadwinners of the home. So that's where I feel like a lot of the traditional wife sort of dissipated. But now obviously it's coming back round. Now for me personally, when I was married, the deal was that your father would go out to work and that I would be the stay at home, you know, wife, whatever. And I was quite happy with that role. Like for me, there is nothing greater than raising children, you know, and teaching them, guiding them and all of that. I enjoyed keeping my house clean, cooking and all the rest of it. However, I still always had a thing where it's like, I need something for me, like, because I was always aware of the fact that, you know what, my children are going to grow up one day, like, so I need something for me. So when I see the traditional women doing what they're doing, the thing that people are not realizing is when they are showing their lives, however they choose to live it, they're also making money by doing that.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And still have the benefits of being able to stay at home and do all of them things. And me personally, if a woman decides that she wants to be a traditional wife, the reason why she feels comfortable and able to do that is because the man that she is with provides that security and stability whereby she's quite happy to be a divine, you know, in a feminine role.
Yeah, and I'm not being funny. I feel like, not saying this is all the reasons why people are hating on it, but I feel like there is quite a few people that the reason they hate on these women that want to be traditional wives is because they're jealous.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a thing about it where it's like, oh, well, if I can't have that, you know, why should you be able to have it? They feel like as though these women's lives are so easygoing and carefree, and they don't have it.
It's not easy being a stay-at-home mum because you don't get no days off. Yeah, it's not like when you go to a actual job like 9 to 5, you don't get no days off. You're 24/7. And I think a lot of people always also look at it as that the woman's being submissive. However, yeah, I do not have a problem being submissive to a strong man. That makes me want to be submissive. Do you understand what I'm saying? And once again, this is no shade. I'm just calling it as it is. I was not submissive in my past relationship because I didn't feel that I had a divine masculine that was doing what is to enable me to be submissive. I was doing both roles. You understand? But if it had been the way how it's supposed to be, where it concerns these traditional setups, then I would have been quite happy doing that. But like I said, I think it's important to have something for yourself. So that's why I respect these women, because they're being a traditional wife, but at the same time they are making their money and they look damn good doing it. Like,
for real,
they look really good doing it. I wouldn't have been able to put in that much effort. Seriously,
literally,
they would have been yummy mummy. They would have got frumpy mummy. Trust me. But no, I don't see anything wrong with it. And it's that thing again where it shows times are changing again, because like I said, this was more common in the 1950s.
But it's like everything comes back.
Yep. 100%.
Like everything's just like a loop, honestly.
But it's not every woman that wants to be a traditional wife, and that's okay too.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But you know, these women that want to be traditional wives, they're not sitting here going, oh well, why should you go out to work, and why do you do this, and why do you do that? So I really just don't understand the whole beef around it all. You know, it's like they're trying to say, you know, women are being held back, but I'm like, I just don't get why people are not comfortable with letting other people live their lives, you know. And
also, them same said women that are jealous of these trad wives, I bet you they can't cook or clean or do anything like that. I'm sorry, but and what I'm saying is this: what do you really have to offer a man anyway? If you know you've got so much to say about these women, you clearly have nothing to offer a man. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I know like a man wants a strong, independent woman, but he also wants the soft side of her as well, that is a nurturer and can make a house a home and them kind of things. I'm not saying he's looking for a mother, but I am, well, some of them are, but I am saying that, do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with wanting that whole setup. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Like their children must feel so secure, and do you know what I mean?
And I'm not saying that, you know, children that in families where, you know, it'll be different dynamics.
Yeah, I'm not saying that,
you know, but it's just
when I'm looking at that situation there, I can't see how it's a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like I just don't. And a lot of people, like, it's weird because they'll twist situations. Like if they see a woman, you know, being submissive for her husband and, you know, being a stay-at-home wife and, you know, etc., they always want to bring like abuse into it as well. Okay, we're not always, but you know, they'll want to try to say as well that it's like
that she's abused.
Yeah, because she's so like, oh,
well, if she was that abused, she wouldn't be allowed to be on social media then, would she? She wouldn't be wearing makeup and them things. One of the wives that I watched, she did say she was talking about as a trad wife, like the rules, and I don't think she called them rules, but she was saying the things that are acceptable within our marriage and things that are not.
I think I saw that one.
One of them, she said that she doesn't have friends of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
What do you think to that?
See, it's to every individual couple, honestly. Like, I know in my relationship, I'm comfortable with my partner having female friends.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Female friends that he had before you, or female friends he acquires after
before
you?
And after.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not being funny. It's like, as long as like in your relationship, it just depends on what you're comfortable with. Like, I feel like I can trust my partner not to cheat. I don't care if you've got female friends, male friends, whatever, because if you're gonna cheat on me, you're gonna cheat on me regardless. I don't even need to know you have friends with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. And it's also like, you know, I wouldn't be willing to not have male friends,
but
for that.
Okay.
So it's also double standards as well, because what if she doesn't have male friends? What are you telling me that he doesn't have any female friends, you know?
Well, I think that would be the deal within the marriage.
Yeah, well, you know, each their own, innit? If that's what works for them, then that's absolutely fine for them. Whereas, you know, for me, I just wouldn't do it like that.
Mm. And I think she said something about going out the house at like being back at a certain time, not leaving at a certain time, and him knowing exactly where she is and
See, it's
all
just
of that.
about
But isn't that just courtesy
Yeah.
anyway? Isn't that just
and it's just about how it's
guideline?
worded. Like, I'm not being funny. Yeah, if my partner left the house, I wanna know where you're going.
Of course.
I want to know what time you're going to be back. If you're not going to be back at the time you tell me, then just let me know, like, what's going on, But that's just, a
It's just,
respect thing,
yeah,
you
so
know?
you don't worry. Not because
Exactly.
you're trying
be
to
controlling or
Yeah.
anything. But, once again, it's how it is.
See, I've
If-
got all of this chat, but I'm not even in a relationship.
yeah, well, you have been. It's not like you haven't been in. So,
yeah. Okay,
but
yeah.
for me, it's the only thing that would be for me is if a guy like said set time. This is the latest you can leave the house, and this is the latest you could come back. I would be a bit like,
Yeah.
because when you're out, you don't know when you're gonna come back, and you shouldn't feel like it's like you've got a curfew, like how you would when you're growing up. Like, this is your partner; they're not your parent. So there's also that other thing where it's like,
Okay, then. So if your partner went out and stayed out, right? Say like your partner went out, you knew he was going out and everything, and he said he'd be back about, I don't know, 12 o'clock. Yeah. But he did not come back home till the next morning. How are you feeling about
I'm
that?
vexed.
Okay.
and that is just because of the lack of communication.
Yeah.
In these situations, I feel like there's always a way you can let somebody know where you're at in it. Yeah, you telling me you don't have a friend's phone you can call me off of. You telling me you can't message me off of a stranger's phone if it's really, And at that point, it's just it's shady. If you're telling me you're going to come back at this time and then not getting back to the next morning, no contact. Are you mad?
But one thing I'm interested to know is though, like traditional wife and all the rest of it, then the husband, he must have his part that he plays, obviously.
Yeah.
So what's his, what does he do? Like,
How it works.
I don't see no videos of no trad husbands. Like, what does a trad husband do?
He's working, so he doesn't. I guess he doesn't have time
Okay,
to
so
do filming.
for any trad husbands that might be listening or watching, could you please comment down below?
What
Can you
shall I
let us
do?
know what you all do? Like, because
other than
I just
work,
want to other than work, what do you do? Do you, as a traditional husband, do you spend time with the children, or are you like traditional husband back in the 1950s that really doesn't have anything to do with the children? I'm just asking, because if a traditional wife is going by them guidelines and all,
what
the
are they
rest of it,
actually?
in the 1950s they didn't really
No, but what I
interact.
mean is, are these traditional wives that are on social media now? Are they saying that
their husbands are no.
Are they saying that they're going off of this 1950s guideline?
No, but it's just that what I have seen and what I remember growing up and seeing and witnessing, like it's giving that energy.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well, obviously, I feel like there's still that big difference because it is still 2024 regardless. So of course it's just going to fit into what era you're in of how you go about it, but still on similar terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you.
But obviously not in a relationship myself, the traditional wife thing. So.
And I'm not in a relationship at all. And I don't know if I would. Well, I'm not really at that point in my life where I need to be a traditional wife, to be perfectly honest with you. I've passed that phase. I've done my traditional wife bit. And I've done it. That's all I'm saying on that subject. So I don't know what's next for me, but it definitely isn't going to be traditional wife. However, that does not mean that I wouldn't cook for my man. Like, if he's a good man, yeah, I'll cook for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem. And obviously I still clean my house and all of those things there. So yeah, that's it in that respect. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about as traditional as I'm going to be.
Fairs.
But you're happy to be a traditional wife?
I wouldn't say traditional. I just said
that's what you said in the beginning. Oh,
stay at home.
Just stay at home.
I don't know what traditional is. Like,
by that, Skylar means she's still going to use Just Eat.
Yeah, what? Traditional wives not allowed to use Just Eat?
I've never said they weren't allowed, but they seem to cook their every meal from scratch.
Yeah, fuck that. Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays is takeaway day. I feel like that's fair. I will cook Monday to Thursday. Sunday to Thursday.
You're really thinking about that, about how many days you're gonna cook.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday I'll cook. Friday and Saturday.
Just eat.
Yeah.
Just eat whatever I get ya. No, I'm joking. I was just playing. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, me neither.
Skylar made me laugh. Skylar said F that. Oh dear. Well, it's been great talking to you as always. I always say this like I'm not going to be chatting to you as soon as the
We sound
camera
like a
starts rolling.
broken record. Can
I
we stop
know.
that now.
That it doesn't even sound like a broken.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
I can't even do it. Oh my gosh. All right then. As always, I am sending an abundance of love and light. Take care, everybody. It's bye from me.
And bye from me.
Bye.